Hello, my name is Amruta Dhonde. I would like to introduce a statistics content name Pareto distribution. Introduction to Pareto distribution. Pareto distribution, named after the Italian economist Vilfredo Pareto, is a power law probability distribution that is used in numerous fields including economics, finance, and quality control. So, the Pareto distribution is a mathematical model that describes the probability of different outcomes. It's often used to analyze situations where a small number of events or individuals have a disproportionately large impact. Definition of Pareto distribution. The Pareto distribution is characterized by a long tail indicating that a small number of items contribute to a large portion of the total distribution. It is commonly used to illustrate the 80 by 20 rule, where 80% of the effect come from 20% of the causes, highlighting the unequal distribution of impact. Next, the application and principles of Pareto distribution. First one is business strategy. The Pareto principle, also known as the 80 by 20 rule, is used in business to identify key areas that contribute the most to the desired outcomes. In practical terms, the Pareto distribution can be used in various fields like finance, insurance, and even in analyzing internet traffic patterns. It helps research and analysts understand the distribution of certain phenomena and make prediction based on that. Next is resource allocation. It is applied in resource allocation to prioritize efforts on the most significant factors that lead to desired result. Third one is quality management. In quality management, the principle highlights the critical few issues that needs to be addressed to achieve the greatest impact. The Pareto distribution has various applications in different fields. Here are a few examples: economics, finance, quality control, natural disaster, internet traffic. These are just few examples. Next is probability density function. I can explain the probability density function of the Pareto distribution in simple terms. The PDF is a mathematical function that describes the likelihood of different outcomes in the Pareto distribution, shape parameter, and next there's application. The PDF depends on a shape parameter which determine the nature of the distribution tail's behavior. When the shape parameter is less than 1, the tail extends to infinity. When the shape parameter is greater than 1, the tail has finite endpoint. In this case, Pareto distribution, PDF take two parameters, the shape parameter and the scale parameter. The shape parameter determines the shape of the distribution tail, while the scale parameter set the minimum value of the distribution. The PDF of the Pareto distribution is given by formula. Here is x represent the value at which the want to evaluate the PDF. The PDF tells us the probability of observing a specific value x in the distribution. And application of the PDF is: the PDF is used in modeling income, wealth distribution, and other situations where a small number of items contribute significantly to the total. Next is cumulative distribution function of Pareto distribution. The cumulative distribution function of the Pareto distribution gives us the probability that a random variable from the distribution is less than or equal to specific value. The CDF provides the probability that a random variable is less than or equal to certain value given by: The CDF can also be expressed in normalized form to compare different distribution based on the scale parameter. Next, mean, variance and median. Mean of the Pareto distribution is given by the formula nu is equal to A into x raised to m upon alpha minus 1, and the variance is calculated by sigma square is equal to k square into alpha upon alpha minus 1 square into alpha minus 2, where sigma square is the variance, k is the scale parameter, and a is the shape of the parameter. The median of the Pareto distribution can be calculated using formula. In this formula, represent the shape parameter and represent the scale parameter. This formula allows us to calculate the mean, variance and median of the Pareto distribution based on the shape and scale parameter. Here is the real life example application of Pareto distribution. Let me give a real life example of Pareto distribution. One example where the Pareto distribution can be observed is in the distribution of wealth in society. The Pareto distribution suggests that small percentage of the population holds a large percentage of the wealth, while the majority of the population holds a smaller percentage. This is often referred to as the 80 by 20 rule, where approximately 20% of the population holds around 80% of the wealth. So, in this case, the Pareto distribution helps us understand an unequal distribution of wealth in society. It's an interesting application of the Pareto distribution in the real world. For example, in real life scenario, the application of Pareto distribution can be seen in determining the probability of certain income level in a population. And solution of it, the distribution can be used to predict the likelihood of different income levels, helping in resource allocation and social policy decision making. Some conclusions of Pareto distribution: unprecedented utility and broad applicability. The Pareto distribution offers a valuable tool for understanding and modeling phenomena where a small number of elements significantly influence the overall outcome. And next, broad applicability. Its wide applicability across diverse fields highlights its relevance in modern analytical and decision making process. And last, uses of the Pareto distribution. Here are few common uses: economics, risk management, quality control, internet traffic, biology and ecology. First one is finance. In finance, it helps in analyzing the distribution of wealth and income and identifying potential high impact events. Second one is quality management, used for identifying and addressing critical issues that contribute significantly to overall problems or inefficiencies. Third is social science, apply in sociology to gain insight into the distribution of income, wealth, and other social phenomena. Economics. The Pareto distribution is often used to model income and wealth distribution. As mentioned earlier, it helps economists understand the concentration of wealth and income inequality in a population. The Pareto distribution is used in risk analysis and insurance to model extreme events or rare occurrence. It helps estimate the likelihood of catastrophic events such as natural disaster or financial market crashes. The Pareto distribution is utilized in quality control to identify and prioritize the most significant factor contributing to defects or issue. This helps allocate resources efficiently to address the most critical problems. The Pareto distribution can be applied to model internet traffic where a small number of popular websites or applications receive the majority of users visit or data transfer. The Pareto distribution is used to analyze species abundance in ecological communities. It helps identify dominant species and understand the distribution of population sizes within a community. These are just few examples of how the Pareto distribution is applied in different fields. It's a versatile statistical tool that helps us understand various phenomena in the world. I hope that gives you a good overview of the uses of the Pareto distribution. Thank you.